Disabilities Day. And it's an award that is named after a gentleman who was born with a disability and dedicated his life to advocating for disability rights and eventually becoming a trusted advisor to U.S. presidents from FDR to Jimmy Carter. And that gentleman's name is Henry Viscardi. And there's a school named after Henry Viscardi, and there are representatives here, and I'd like them to come up and help me present the next award. We have Patricia Kunstler and Mark Turin with us, representatives of the Henry Viscardi School. Let's have a hand. 7 years ago, we created an annual advocacy award in the name of Dr. Henry Viscardi, Jr., a legendary Long Island resident and founder of the Henry Viscardi School, for his lifelong commitments to advocacy on behalf of people with disabilities. And Pat and Mark are here to help me honor this year's Viscardi Award winner. This year marks a special occasion for the Viscardi family and the Viscardi School. May 10th of this year would have been Dr. Viscardi's 100th birthday. Upon his death, we decided to honor his dedication and commitment to advocacy on behalf of people with disabilities. And every year, there's a committee that selects the honoree. And this year, the committee has done an outstanding job. And I have personal knowledge of this gentleman and his advocacy and his work for people with disabilities. And this year, I am extremely privileged to present this year's Viscardi Award to Clifton Perez, Systems Advocate at the Independent Living Center of Hudson Valley. Cliff? I'm going to read your bio here, so you may want to have a seat. I'll call you up when we're done here, but this year, Cliff is our honoree. As an individual born with a vision impairment, Cliff brings more than 26 years of working in the field of advocacy to enhance and defend the rights of people with disabilities. Initially, Cliff attended institutional settings for his primary education, first in Puerto Rico and then in the Bronx. Today, Cliff holds a master's degree in social work from the University of Stony Brook, New York. Cliff has worked on such priority issues as the Help America Vote Act, transportation, employment, and housing. Cliff was involved with the passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act, where he even attended the White House ADA signing on July 26, 1990. I know that many of you know Cliff is one of the disabilities community's strongest advocates, and I can speak firsthand on how strong Cliff advocates for people with disabilities just in the 3 short years that I've been on the task force. Cliff is smiling, but Cliff is very good at his job, let's put it that way, and very persistent, and that is very important. It is very important to get what we need for people with disabilities. Thanks in great part to Cliff's advocacy, this has now become one of my top priorities in the Assembly, is serving as the chair of the Disabilities Task Force. Cliff has been there, has counseled us on many issues, particularly with transportation recently, and without Cliff, I know that as the chair, I would be lost. So Cliff, I want to thank you personally for the work that you do. I could continue this. I just looked at this list. This list goes on for a long, long time. So I could continue, but you know what? I'm going to have Cliff come up and say a few words and present him with the Viscardi Award. Cliff, come on up. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Clifton Perez, recipient of the 8th Annual New York State Assembly Legislative Disabilities Awareness Day, Dr. Henry Viscardi Jr. Advocacy Award, May 21st, 2012, Albany, New York. Cliff, congratulations. Good.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Believe it or not, I will be brief for those that know me. I need to thank Kim. No, I really need to. She cornered me before. Getting on here, said that if I didn't, she'd find a way to take this away. No, I have to thank Kim for the great work, and Christine, her assistant, for the great work that they've been doing year after year. I'm extremely honored to be among all of the individuals that have been named before me. I'm extremely honored to have met so many great advocates over the years, because to do systems advocacy, you need numbers. No one person can do this. But most importantly, I have to thank two very dear mentors and friends of mine, and that is Denise and Pat Figueroa, who took a chance by hiring me years ago. They regret it now, but I don't know. But in any event, they hired me, and they have been my mentors and my friend. And so this award is not only mine personally, but it's really to be shared with my center, because it's my center that has allowed me to do all the things that I'm able to do, because they trusted me and they believe in me. And they let me do things that maybe other people would not let me do. So I have to thank them, and this award is also for them, and Denise, and Pat Figueroa, who's no longer with us, and I miss him very much. And as I always say, the only way that we can make things right is when we, the people, make society accessible for and by people with disabilities. And when we do that, we will have an accessible society for all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cliff. Let's have another round of applause for Cliff. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I have the great pleasure of introducing and asking to come up to say a few words the chairman of the Mental Health Committee in the Assembly, someone